All right, so I had so much fun making the first one. Here's another war stories. Huh, good gravy, y'all. What is it good for? Probably not for YouTube. All right, so this story is number 2 is in our series. I'm not trying to be dramatic. I'm just sitting in a Ford Maverick at a wastewater treatment facility at lunchtime. So this is on the same project that I talked about in war story number 1. I'm walking around the hotel, this time without limping, constantly everywhere, and the electricians, good group of people, solid workers. There was this guy on the crew, his name was Moose, and when I make somebody angry for some reason, it always seems to be the guys who's like 6'3", who looks like he breathes in protein in and out while eating a meatball hoagie in each hand like twice a day, which is the greatest sandwich ever created. I'm not a complicated individual. So they called him Moose. I don't even remember his first name, but him and I, over a period of about 9-10 months on the job, 3-year project, got to know each other in passing. You know, we talk about sports and this and that, and as it always goes with people who engage in sarcasm and cynicism, you know, he starts lobbing hand grenades at me, but I won't ever take it. Or I did take it. I would just sit there and go, yeah, because I'm in supervision. I'm a supervisor. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get the HR police on me. I don't want to be rude and this and that. So this is one of those stories where I advise safety professionals in this industry you need to be aloof. And I don't mean aloof like separated, like you're better than everyone else, but you need to be extremely careful about what you say, to whom you say it, and to speak people with humbleness and respect. And you get to know your workers. That's very important, because even as a supervisor, you need to learn to walk amongst the people and to be one of them. Even if you've got a college degree, you're not better than anyone else, and you will be surprised at the buy-in that you get it for safety when you actually act like a human being and not like an idiot. So Moose and I got to know one another, and this is a cautionary tale, because after I got to know Moose, he started going son of a boom and son of a bang and saying things about my wife, my mom, and all these other things. He was getting really, really personal and getting out of line over a course of several weeks. I have a nervous twitch or something. I can't talk straight. I don't know. I'll have to go to the doctor. But anyway, I was walking down the hallway one day. I don't remember what he said. I probably couldn't repeat it on YouTube anyway, but he said something very, very vile and sexual in nature about my wife, which I didn't appreciate. And after 8 months of him talking to me like that, woo boy, I had had enough. And as the man that I am, if you have kids, you have patience. If you don't, I don't know what's wrong with you. Anyway, I looked at him and I go, Moose, would you just leave me alone? You're a real asterisk. I did not say asterisk. This is a family channel. So I go walking away, and he looked at me. He had this really strange look on his face, like he was gonna, like, you know, probably take my head off like a Barbie doll from 1989, you know, like the cheap ones that come off real easy, that the dog tears up, that you can't never fix, when your daughter's sitting there in tears and you're just like, I gotta. Anyway, I go off on tangents. So I'm walking the job. I finish walking the job. I go back down to the office, and I can hear my superintendent on the phone, Steve Steffens, who's like 5'0", and I can still hear his voice. Really? Kevin doesn't act like that. He would never say that. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, there he is. He just walked in the office. I gotta go. Gotta adjust the camera. Sorry, my hand's cramping up because I don't go to the gym enough. So Steffens calls me into his office, and Steve, if you see this, I love you, buddy. Still do, and I liked working with you. But your voice was really something to behold. Hey guys, Kevin, I just got a phone call from the electrician. Did you really say something to that? Because Moose is upstairs punching holes in walls, and he wants to make a meat puppet out of you. And I go, listen, all I did was call him an asterisk after he did X, Y, Z, and I kind of expounded on it to Steve. And Steve, like the good operational leader that he is, he looks at me and goes, well, Kevin, that may be the case, but the electricians are not working, and it's been an hour, so I need you to go up there and apologize, because you know, you had that other phone call to the office a month ago when you hurt yourself and had to take the drug test because you're an idiot and don't know how to walk across the job. So, you know, because Moose is wanting to call the company corporate headquarters in Pittsburgh and file a complaint. So can you just please go apologize to him? And I go, yes, sir. So I walk up the stairs, walk into the electrician's lay down area on the second or third floor. Who cares where it was? It could have been in the outhouse for all I know. So I go in there and Moose is there working on stuff and the guys just meander out. I go, hey, bub. He goes, I suggest you get out of here before I kick your asterisk. And I go, listen, I said, you and I have gotten to know one another. And I said, you know, you said all these things about me. And I said, I say one little thing to you. And his shoulders get all tensed up like he's going to turn around and turn into the Incredible Hulk. He wouldn't need to have done that. Anyway, I go, listen, all stuff aside, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. And like I said, for some reason, I always indirectly make angry to the point of near murder the largest person on the job site through seemingly no fault of my own other than the fact that I say the wrong thing at the wrong time. C'est la vie. Must be my lot in life. So Moose turns around, and he's as serious as an after-school special if you grew up in the 1980s, and he takes his glasses off. And he goes, Kevin, let me tell you something. When I was a young boy, growing up and back in Alabama, my daddy was an asterisk to me. And every day that I came home from school, he would beat me mercilessly. And that's not funny. And every day that I came home, he would beat me mercilessly. And when he was done, he would push me down to the ground and he would go, you little asterisk. And then he would walk away. And tears start rolling down his face. And that's not funny either. And I shook his hand and I said, bro, I'm sorry. I didn't know. He goes, I know you didn't know. But he goes, it's just something I have to learn to deal with. Many years later, when I became a different person, I prayed for him. And the moral of the story is, maintain your professionalism, get to know the people under you, get to know their names, get to know what they like, bond with them. You will get more out of your crew, maybe even a subcontractor, than you will get otherwise if you just show respect, if you walk with them hand in hand right on the firing line. Get to know people. You don't have to be everybody's best friend, but you need to be careful what you say. You need to maintain your character and your integrity. And while this story is eminently hilarious, it's also a cautionary tale about we need to maintain respect toward other people. We need to respect people's boundaries, and we need to humble ourselves because you don't know what people are dealing with out there. And, you know, I've got another story like that that's absolutely hilarious because that happened to me at least 2 times in a year and a half because maybe people are put in our path for a reason. Who knows? I don't know. But that's a war story, and y'all have a nice day.